You guys know what I struggle with. I struggle with the idea that so many of us have to, um, we have to say mean and harsh and rude and disrespectful things just to make ourselves feel better about ourselves, or just to make us feel like we can get even with somebody. Um, in life, there are consequences to every action. To every action, there is a reaction as well. As people, as men and women and children of God, it's imperative that we keep these things in mind. We can't go around saying whatever we want. We can't go around doing whatever we want for the sake of doing it because we have our audience. He's our number one audience, and then we have a audience of people who may be looking at us from afar. Um, and we also have kids looking at us. Some of us are teachers, some of us are role models, some of us are mentors or whatever have you. So we have to keep that in mind as well. So no matter how I feel on my platform, whatever platform I have, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, I try my best to. I don't use it anyway, but not use profanity or not to say anything that's going to, um, destroy my witness. Because we're witnessing every time we get on these platforms and we open up our mouths or we begin to type. Um, we have to keep that in mind. Um, One thing I've learned over the course of my time on this earth is how to let go. Over the course of my life, um, when I was a child, going up into middle school and going up into high school, and even college, um, I've had to learn how to let a lot of things go. Folk have said a lot of things. Folk have cursed my name and tried to assassinate my character and try to drag my name through the mud, and even tried to attach me to things that I don't agree with or don't partake in um, because of what they think they know or what they've heard. Um, and it's unfortunate that we haven't gotten to the point where uh, that we just get immune to that, right? That we just focus on the person and get to know the person for ourselves and not go off what somebody says about the person or what others think about the person. I'm real big on loyalty. I'm real big on defending those that I love, those that I'm connected to. And in doing that, you realize that you don't always get the same in return. Folk never give you what you give them. And that's just what I've learned in my relationships, and that's what I've learned in my friendships. They never give you what you give them. Um, I love hard. I express how I feel daily, and I do this because when I'm dead and gone, I want people's memory to be that yes, Justin loved me. Yes, he cared about me. Yes, Justin did this. Justin did that. He said this. He said that, and he actually did as well. He didn't just talk, but he did as well. Um, so I'm real big because I'm real big on. I never lost anybody like really close to me, but I'm real big on life is too short. Um, as long as I'm living, as long as there's breath in my body, I will continue to express nothing but love, nothing but appreciation, nothing but gratitude. Um, Again, life is too short, and it's imperative that we keep this in mind. Um, we shouldn't wait till folk die, folk pass away, or folk get sick to sing their praises or to show our gratitude and appreciation. It should be a constant, everyday thing. And this isn't even me speaking, this is God speaking. Because when I speak, these are the words that He's telling me to say. I'm not even thinking before I'm speaking, I'm just speaking from the heart because this is what God told me to say. But we have to keep this in mind. Um, when folk apologize for what they done, it's important that we forgive. You're not necessarily going to forget because we're human all at the end of the day, but you have to forgive. And the Bible says, "Vengeance is mine," saith the Lord. If you feel as though somebody wronged you and they didn't apologize or whatever, there will be consequences for them. God will get the person or get whoever way worse than you'll be able to get them. Um, Way worse. Nothing that if he doesn't want something to happen, it won't happen. So it's important that you guys just get your hands off of it, get out of it, and remove yourself and let God do what He's going to do. And that's the problem with a lot of us. We don't ever take time to step aside and let God do what He's going to do. That's why He doesn't bless us in our finances. That's why He doesn't bless our ministries, and that's why He doesn't give us what we so desperately desire, so desperately want. He doesn't supply our needs when we want them to be supplied because we aren't obedient and we aren't readers and doers of His word on a constant, consistent basis. Um, this is key. This is important. Um, I've apologized for a lot. I've said a lot of things. I've done a lot of things. I apologize for every single thing. And people have done stuff to me too. Um, I started growing as a man and growing as a person when I started to let things go. When I started to be delivered from my past. And a lot of you aren't delivered from your past. That's why you constantly replay things in your mind over and over again instead of moving on from it. It was years ago. Let it go. God has already handled the situation. He's trying to uh, mend the broken pieces. He's trying to heal your heart or whatever. But in order to do that, you have to let go. You have to be open to it. You have to be willing to receive what He's trying to do. And we negate that. We block that all the time with our own selfish desires, wanting to get back at people and wanting to make people feel how we felt, whether it's successful or it's not successful. Um, and I'm not even talking about nobody specifically. These are things that's been going on for years, and um, it has to stop. We have to grow up. I don't do these things. I don't do these getting even, and I don't do. I used actually I don't do it now, but I used to do it, and I just mature past it. When you get to a certain age, certain stuff is just a no-no. Some things you just shouldn't do. Some things you just shouldn't say. Um, Especially if you're going to come back and piggyback off of it, and lend an apology, which is nothing wrong with that, but you shouldn't. You should think. You should always think before you speak. Your anger and your emotions should never control you. Um, we have to do better, and we have to move a little bit better, um, and be more calculated and be more um, content within ourselves. Hurt people hurt people. That's a fact. Um, but I just want you guys to learn how to let go, let God, and let Him handle the situation. Letting go is important. If you let go, you'll begin to feel free. You'll feel a weight being lifted off of your shoulders when you let go. So I charge you guys to do that. We have to grow up. We have to be more mature with these situations that we're faced with. And we can't say the first thing that comes in our mind. We can't do that. I had to learn this, and you guys will learn this when you get to my age, or those of you that are older than me. You should know this. Those that are younger than me, you'll get to know this if you don't already know already. But we have to get to that point. We have to progress to that point. There are stages in life, and the next stage should be doing that. So this is a long solo video on Sunday. I wanted to share my thoughts with you guys. Um, my camera should be coming soon. Should be getting the camera soon, so I can make more content for you guys. And I still have to upload old mine videos. I have to go on my archives and get it. But you guys stay tuned. If you haven't watched the previous video, my top 5 mines, watch that. And there are other dance videos on there, and I have to post some more. But I love you guys. Peace. Happy Sunday.